I swear we start these things so rogue. Like,
Yeah, we're live.
we try our best to really make this a thing, but something always happens.
I like being chaotic.
Yeah.
Makes it fun. If I start every day like, hi guys, welcome.
Yeah, boring.
Yeah,
we are
man,
a bit
you know what I'm
chaotic,
saying?
aren't we?
Huh?
We are chaotic. Kind of
I
enjoy
try
that.
to be.
Yeah.
Try to be atypical. You know.
Have you watched that show?
Absolutely. No, I don't even know what show you're talking about.
It's a good show.
What?
Atypical.
I didn't even know that was a show.
Yeah.
There's not NBA player. He's a European basketball player, and he says it in his videos. Be atypical or something, and it just kind of stuck. So trade.
The show's
Tetzel.
about a young man with autism, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good show. Loves penguins. Good show. Good series. Me and Jasmine watched it.
Fair enough. I might give it a go.
Yeah.
I probably
won't.
Nah. Yeah. How you been?
Yeah. Okay. Busy. Tired.
I'm more awake this time.
Yeah, you're here now. Yeah, it's been busy, but I've been doing a lot of 6 a.m.s. Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds horrific.
So like now I've got a routine.
Yeah.
So now I know when I'm like, because before obviously like I had shifts here and there, but now I know I'm working at 6 a.m. Like I know that now for sure.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
On a daily, so.
Yeah. I don't do 6 a.m.s.
We
Absolutely not. My manager had to ask me. He's like, hey, look, Kevin, man, I'm sorry, but we really need you on one of these days. I said, yeah, but come on, bro.
Come on,
Look,
man.
You got my man there. You got my man there. Come on, man. You know they do that, bro. Come on, dog.
You know they do those morning things.
He's like, nah, but I need you these 2 days. I said, come on, dog. Look, my man's over there.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
But
if
eventually
you're
we
not a morning
compromise.
person, like it's.
But for me, I don't mind it so much in my current job because my shifts are so short.
yeah,
That it's like I'm in there and then
I'm out of it.
if it gets busy, especially
Done.
the other day, like got into work. I don't think I managed to check my phone for a little while. I looked; it'd been 4 hours.
Yeah,
So
crazy.
what the hell?
Easy like that.
See, I love that.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, I'm nearly going home.
Yeah,
Hey.
sorted.
So I don't mind the opening shift too much. It's just I hate getting out of bed so early.
And the
But
winter's
there's no
coming
traffic,
too.
so
Yeah, the benefits. For
I like
you.
that. Yeah.
The winter's coming though, so yeah.
That's it.
Your eyes open so.
I hate
When that happens, yeah, that's when it gets hard.
But
cold.
my new car has heated seats and whatnot. So
Good.
I'm toasty in there.
Said I got heated
I'm
seats.
toasty.
So does the train.
That was that was heartbreaking. The silence, man. The train.
Those have heated
Yes.
seats. Just because everyone else is sat on them.
Yeah,
but
there's people's ass
it
heat. Good
heating up
Lord.
the seats.
Ugh.
Yeah. That's okay.
That made me sick.
Not the gag.
That made me sick, man. It's like that freaking fish you were talking about that goes up your pee
yeah.
stream. That's disgusting.
Oh yeah, we should probably find out what the name of that was.
Nah.
No, okay. You need to know.
I'm staying away from. I'm not going to the Amazon.
No, I know, but
I'm Brazilian, but I ain't going
I
there.
don't know if they're like anywhere else.
Good shout.
Yeah.
But I don't pee outside, so
Yeah, I also don't know who's just peeing into the sea. I mean, yeah, they do actually.
no, there are a lot of people who do that. I don't. I have to go into
Yeah.
toilet, bathroom, whatever, and do my
You
thing.
can pee
It's
in
just-
the sea.
Huh?
You never peed in the sea.
I haven't been in the sea in goddamn
Oh,
how long.
I've peed in the sea.
So I don't even remember. I probably have as a
I've
kid.
peed in
Yeah.
the sea. As an adult.
You people are just there.
No,
Nasty,
I'm
bro.
joking.
Nasty, bro. Nasty.
Most people pee in the sea.
Nah, they do. They
Yeah.
do, of course. And
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, facts.
That's why some seas are just nasty.
If you're in the boat, just jump off the side, pee, jump back in.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Right,
Good fun.
today, speaking of jumping off the boat, should,
And not jumping back in the boat.
yeah,
Yeah.
should parents stay together for the sake of the kids? Is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
No,
Could
Is
be
my-
could be as simple as that, really.
was my answer.
End of episode.
Thank you for listening
Yeah.
to how our week was.
Yeah, I just don't know how it can be a yes. This is based on like an unhappy relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know why people think it can be a yes.
Do you remember? I can't remember how many episodes it was ago, but we spoke. I was telling you about this podcast I was listening to. I think I might have sent it in the group chat actually, where the guys talk about it's better for the parents to stay even if there's domestic violence.
Eesh. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and that popped into mind when you sent that over, because it's like, no, it's really not.
Like, how can you really believe that?
They really say that the breakup is more traumatic for the child than witnessing the domestic violence. How?
Like, right. So I feel like children take these things very differently depending on the child.
Yeah.
Like, for example, my parents got divorced when I was young. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's children that will take it like I did, and there's children that I know that are like traumatized by the fact that their parents aren't together.
Right.
I've never been happier. Do you know what I mean? It's very different. Like, very different.
I hear you. Trust me, I hear you. I would prefer the breakup than the arguments.
Facts.
Any day.
I would have been such a different child if my parents had stayed together because of me.
Yeah. And you just heard the arguments all day, every day, bruh.
Imagine having to be in your home and watch one of your parents get beat just because they're going to stay there because of you. Do you know how much that puts on a child?
Yeah.
The child then is always going to believe it's their fault.
That's
always.
a good point. Yeah.
There's no way they're not going to believe that, especially if they know that information. You look at your parents and you know when they're unhappy.
For sure.
So if you're for my case, I was the only child.
Yeah.
There's no other child to blame it on.
I hear it. It's like, damn, it was me.
It had to have been me. And then I'm going to bring that into my adult life. And there's no way I would be the way I am now.
Yeah.
If I had gone through that.
Yeah.
I don't even know how old I was. Maybe like 7 or younger. Great. Because now I can, yes, they're not together, but they're peaceful in their own lives.
Yeah. And then you get more peace than you do chaos. Yeah.
In 2 homes.
Yeah.
With 2 sets of presents.
Okay. I should go differently.
Listen, the divorce was never a bad thing for me. I know some people go through it. For me, it wasn't bad.
It was okay.
Yeah,
it was okay.
It was great. I now get to go to Jamaica. Once a year.
I hear you.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas it would have been very different if they had stayed together.
Yeah.
Like, there was one point when I was, I think, how old was I? Maybe 18-ish. And so my parents are like now civil.
Yeah.
They weren't always civil.
They
were, when we was at school, like prom, not civil. My parents were not civil. Anyway, when I got to like 18, 19, they were civil. So like they could be in the same room together.
Right, okay. Yeah,
I came home and my dad was at my house.
That must have looked weird to you, boy.
What you doing here? I'm now questioning why you're together.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah, this is weird.
Get out.
This is weird.
Get out. Like, no. No. We have 2 separate households and we live that way. But like, that would have never been how, like, it would have been so different. I could never imagine having to live with that pressure of them staying together. Because even like, obviously now, like, I feel like some people go through their parents' divorce and they think it's because of them, that they're apart.
Right.
I'd rather that. I'd rather they be apart because of me than forcibly together because of me.
And very, very unhappy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I guess you only really figure that out once you get older.
Yeah, as a kid, you won't understand it. You can understand emotions and tension, and you can feel when there's
You can
something.
feel it.
Yeah, when there's something not right within
Yeah.
the house.
Even dogs can feel it.
Yeah, for sure.
Poor
So
animals.
yeah, I agree for sure. There's no, and that's us saying it from a point of our parents were both still very much part of our lives
Yeah.
apart.
Yeah.
There are parents out there. Like for me, I'm glad that
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, mine wasn't
toxicity.
solely.
Yeah.
It took a long time for mine. I originally only had one parent for a long time.
Yeah.
I was only, I guess, allowed to have two parents at a certain age.
Yeah.
But that was because, like, I needed to be in a position where I could make good decisions
Yeah.
in order to see both my parents.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't, I wouldn't say it was like, yeah, it was kind of a forced separation. Yeah. Well, my dad was in prison, so there was no way, like, we're going to do this, roll up.
Now.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, like, I wasn't just going to roll up. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it was, for a long time, I wasn't allowed to see him.
Yeah, and that's understandable.
Yeah, even when he came out, I wasn't allowed, like, it was a whole separation thing.
Right, yeah.
Which wasn't obviously my choice. So that I understand the whole, like, when parents keep their kids away from the other parent for a specific reason.
Yeah.
Obviously, people do it out of spite.
That's terrible.
That's where it gets...
That's where you lose credibility.
Yeah. But yeah, fortunate now, even now, they're not together, but, like, I still have them both.
Yeah.
Which some people never got to build that anyway.
Because some people out there would, once they break up, they will actively not be part of the child's life anymore because they don't want to see the other person anymore, or they just like, all right, cool. Well, if you want me gone, then I'm gone.
Yeah.
And that's it, which is silly. Because, like I said, I can only speak from a point of both my parents were still very active in my life.
Yeah.
So I preferred it because I didn't hear any more arguments anymore. And I got, like you said, I got peace on two different sides. It was, they were happier away.
Exactly. And I don't think they would be able to create their self-happiness forcing themselves to be together. Even if it's just in the same household. Like, I would never want my parents to be separate but forced to live with me.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be even worse.
Terrible.
Than them trying to be together.
Terrible. I think I saw a video recently. It was American. And it's like once the kid graduated and turned 18, the husband filed some divorce papers. He said, like, I'm done. But I think they had both already come to the conclusion. She probably just didn't expect him to do it
birthday present.
Straight away. But yeah, they were moving off to college. That's what it was. They were moving off. And he just immediately, I'm done.
I mean,
but I can't imagine how long that
held that
was going. Yeah, because it probably wasn't the whole 18 years.
No,
could have just been the last 6, for example.
Yeah.
But 6 years is a long time. A long time, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, G.
And it's so funny because I don't think I've seen like people either from my mum's age group or like her friends or people she knows.
Yeah.
Down to like our age group, our friends. And then younger, I don't think I've seen anybody that's been happy forcing themselves to be together because of children.
Hell no.
Like, I can't give you like a good example of that happening. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't really think of anybody and it's turned out good.
Yeah. It's all sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I have friends that ended up having children and then got back together. Obviously, they're not together now. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's gonna be the way it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't together at that point. So yes, it's hard because I think a lot of people don't. Not as a woman, you don't want to do that alone.
Yeah.
You don't want to have kids on your own. So like, the easiest thing to do is just be back with the dad.
Right.
For the sake of the child.
Yeah.
In terms of looking after it.
Yeah.
but also there's no positive outcome. Like, I've not seen one.
I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, I've never seen one. Even look thinking back to like my childhood and parents being together. Now, they're not together.
Nah, and it's funny because growing up, you wouldn't be able to tell that they were unhappy. But now, in hindsight, looking back,
oh my God, looking back,
I could see it.
That's why it's so funny, because I think I used to go to like a lot of people's houses, like other friends' houses when we were younger. People don't do that anymore.
No, that's rare.
I had this conversation with somebody the other day, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm not sending my kids to somebody else's house." I was like, "Yeah, that makes sense." But as a kid, we were all at each other's houses.
I slept over at their friends'
houses, like bare people, like. And now I think back, I'm like thinking of their parents. I'm like, rah. Like, some of the tension I saw as a child.
I didn't realize it was tension.
Yeah.
But now you look back and it's like, oh, there was something there. Yeah,
there was something there. Like, I've seen parents have arguments, even when I'm at a sleepover or stuff like that, like big time arguments. And I'm just like, as a kid, we were just ignoring it.
Yeah.
Because you do.
Yeah.
But then you look back and I'm like, that's why they're not together. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I have a friend who I was probably at their house constantly.
Yeah.
And every time the dad didn't live there.
Yeah.
But the dad came over, Lord.
Hating that
Lord. The arguments. Like, about nothing. Like,
why are you coming over to argue, man?
Like, just see your kids, you know? Like, obviously I was there, but I was like quite close.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like that deep. But like, I was just like, you look back and you're like, wow, that was actually like a full-blown argument.
Right, yeah.
And then you're thinking, imagine if they were together, how horrible would that be? But you don't think about that until you look back. Because I look back at arguments my parents had, and I'm like, oh, thank Jesus.
Yeah. Trust me.
God they separated.
Trust me.
Yeah,
because I couldn't hear that forever.
Even now, like, as an adult, no.
Shut up.
Shh. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Shut up, man.
It's not happening. Whatever you got to say, shut up.
Yeah,
we're not listening. I don't care.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't care. And now, like, it's so funny because my parents civilly talk to each other, but they don't.
Yeah, you can tell there's still some animosity.
Yeah. My dad would call me and be like, what are you doing? I'd be like, oh, I'm at my mum's house. Not mum's house, my mum's house. Yeah. He's like, oh, okay.
Chat to you later.
But, like, deep down, obviously, they still, like, they would want to argue.
Yeah.
They would want to argue about something,
but it's like,
anything.
What is there to argue about at this point?
At this point, probably nothing.
Yeah. But
pettiness is fine.
Now it's just so much animosity. Still there. It's just like, I have to let something out. I have to cuss you.
Yeah. And I think it's so funny because my dad's such a chilled person.
Yeah.
But like he hardly talks to anyone really unless he knows you.
Yeah.
Or he'll just nod. Do you know what I mean? He's just kind of a nodder. And like the difference between now and back then, like for example, our like graduation.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you know. I had my dad on one side and my mum on the other side of that hall.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I had one on each end. I was like, Lord, this is difficult.
See, but that is like, it kind of ruins the experience. Though,
yeah.
Because it's like...
You're running from side to side.
Yeah, you're just hoping that they don't cause a scene.
Yeah, the thing is...
in front of everyone.
I don't think they're both quite like... I don't know. I don't think they would cause like a...
In front of everyone.
Yeah, they wouldn't do that. They
have more respect for you.
But like it's so funny because even in that situation, for example, like... My pressure was heightened because my dad never took me to school. Bless you. My dad wasn't really involved in my school life like my mum was.
Yeah.
So when it came to graduation, my mum and dad were both there.
Yeah.
But my mum knew people.
Of course, yeah.
So now
I'm pressured
to stay with my dad.
because he's in a foreign place at this point.
Because at this point, you feel sorry for you. Like, you
Yeah.
feel sorry for people when they're in situations that they don't really have anything to do. And, like, my dad's, like, a 6'6" black guy with gold teeth and, like, do you know what I mean? Like, he's just standing there and these little kids are running up to him like, I like your Gucci belt kind of vibe. Like, I'm there just going to stand with my dad because I felt like my mum was okay.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I feel like I don't remember doing it intentionally.
Yeah.
But like even that subconscious thought of my parents picking between them.
Yeah.
It was subconscious because of that arrangement and the environment we were in. Whereas if we were somewhere else, I probably just stayed with my mum because my dad would have been fine.
Yeah, I hear that.
So I feel like the situation just varies. But then I always think, I used to think in those situations, would it be easier if my parents were together? But then I'm like, nah.
I usually would cause too much more hassle, bruh.
Yeah.
Way too much hassle for no
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah. I think a lot of kids, though, look back and think that. They're like, it probably would have been easier if.
But it would have been nice for it to obviously have worked well, for sure.
Yeah. But then
I wonder what that would be like.
No, because then I wouldn't have got 2 sets of presents and all them kind of things like that, you know?
Light-skinned kids, bruh. Care about the wrong things, man.
As a kid, yeah.
To be honest, I've never been a present kind of person. Right, as a kid, yeah, I cared if I got presents.
No, it's because my mum was strict and my dad was never there. So I used that as a kid. Craziness, right? Yeah.
He's so toxic. Bro.
Yeah. Like really and truly, like I remember at some point I used to go to my dad and be like, can I have this? And he would probably say yes anyway because he felt guilty.
Right.
But if he didn't, I'd be like, yeah, but Dad, you weren't really there when I needed it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That is so wild. What?
Or like, that would be my like subconscious objective to get him to kind of understand. Even without saying it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
As a child, it worked. It worked. I would never do that now because I don't need that. But do you know what I mean? Like as a kid, like when we was in primary school, sometimes I used to go to be like, Dad, can you pay for this? Because I need it. Or I got freaking, did you ever come to that party where me and Noor went paintballing? Yes.
No.
You didn't?
I did not.
How rude. Anyway, I think it might have been our 16th.
Right.
And we were like, oh my God, it's the big 16th. Da, 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 da. And I persuaded my dad to pay for a coach.
Oh my God.
For all of us to go paintballing.
I do remember this. I remember this.
Yes.
I think I had a basketball game.
And I got, maybe.
Yeah.
And I got my dad to give me the money to book this coach.
How much was this coach?
I can't remember. It was definitely
a decent amount, though.
A few £100. Yeah, like an actual coach to take us all paintballing. And it like picked us up from school on a weekend. And I got everyone to meet at school. And then we all jumped on this coach.
Yeah, I do remember the story.
But like that was one of my ways of getting what I wanted, kind of vibe. Like, yeah, solely the objective. If my parents were together, that would have never worked.
For sure.
What a loss.
Yeah.
What a loss. Like, I don't think I've ever been happier that my parents weren't together. Joyous.
Yo.
Yeah.
I didn't get none of that.
Yeah. I just used it. I mean, I'm a girl, so it's a little bit different.
It definitely.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say my parents.
And the only child. That was also another factor.
I mean, I got 2 brothers, but they're much older than me. Anyway,
yeah,
so
I mean,
at that point.
So do I.
So yeah. So I was pretty much like an only child for most of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, my parents definitely did buy me stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I did care about.
Yeah.
But I like games and stuff.
Yeah.
If I got a game, even if I didn't care about the game, it wasn't like
it was a joy.
It was just a game.
It's a new game. Yeah.
I love it.
But I do think at a younger age, it was easier to get things for boys than it was for girls.
Probably.
Yeah, because it was like when we were at school, all the boy wanted for his birthday was a new PlayStation.
Oh, that's all I needed.
That's it.
That's all I needed.
The girl wanted many a things. When we were younger.
Because you couldn't continue.
The girls' list was endless. The boys wanted the PlayStation.
With Barbies.
No.
Because like obviously Barbies
It was a
the most,
continuous change.
yeah, Barbies was the most like stereotypical girl thing.
Yeah.
Whereas games evolved.
Yeah.
So
And
even
grew with you.
Yeah, it grew with us. You couldn't continue.
We didn't have that anything like that as girls. It was a constant age change toy. Like every age was a new thing.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you guys had the games all the way through. Easy.
Yeah,
because even I knew like having boyfriends back then, buy a game.
You could.
You know, back when people used to post, oh, my girlfriend got me the new FIFA.
Yeah.
That's literally all it took. And I think with girls, it was so much harder. And I think that's why it got to a point where my dad just bought me whatever I said. Because one, what was he going to know?
True.
He didn't even live with me.
True.
He was never going to know what I want. He didn't have another little girl in his life at all.
Yeah.
To know what we were doing at that time, what I was doing at that time, because I wasn't really doing what other girls were doing when we were in secondary school.
That's true.
So it was all very different. But yeah, all you guys needed was the PlayStation. So it might have been easier.
That was cool, bro.
Yeah.
That was cool. I knew. My dad already knew. Oh, GTA's coming out? Yeah.
Bang.
He gonna want that.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare? My mum? Oh, yeah, he gonna want that.
It was probably the games your mum would never buy you either. Did you ever have that?
Or that my dad would buy.
Yeah.
No, my parents didn't.
Oh, okay. Because I know there were some people that their mum would never buy them, like a bad game with like an older rating.
Nah,
obviously, I feel like that's not a thing anymore. Like kids don't even look at that.
I don't think so. No.
No. Whereas when we were younger, that was a big thing. The age
for you guys.
Yeah. For that's what I mean.
For you.
Yeah.
My parents, because I was, they knew I wasn't influenced at all by a violent game.
Yeah.
I remember being in Asda with my dad. Yeah, the big Asda in like Wembley sides or whatever.
Yeah.
And there was a 50 Cent just released a game called 50 Cent Bulletproof. It is a violent game. Yeah, violent. But I'm not influenced by things anyway.
You just play.
So my dad bought it for me. He was a big 50 Cent fan as well. So he bought it. As we're at the checkout, the lady goes,
"Who's this?
Can't believe you're actually buying this for your son." And I was like, I said,
You don't know me.
You don't know me.
You don't know me.
Yeah. So you don't know me. My dad just looked at me. I looked at him. Like, she don't know me. What's she talking about? What, does she think I'm just going to go start killing people? I literally said this in front of her. And she just, they're all awkward.
Yeah.
So yeah, mind your business.
Yeah.
Because now you're going to make me get rude.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be like, see, this is the game.
This is the game.
No, it's not. It's you agitating me.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Yeah. And then you're going to make me get angry.
There were definitely some kids, though, that weren't allowed to play like a lot of things. Because, and I knew, it's so funny because I think I've said this to you before, but I tried to think back to school of how many people actually lived with both parents.
Yeah, we had this conversation before.
Which was
like,
rare.
Yeah.
Like for us growing up, us growing up, people didn't have two parents.
Yeah.
In the same household.
It wasn't. It could have been like their mum, for example, and a stepdad.
Yeah.
It wasn't their biological parents.
So I feel like it was very much a thing where I was aware that I had friends that would ask their mum and they would say no, and the dad would get it. And I was surrounded by other people doing these things, and I was like, this is gonna work.
Yeah, this is the norm.
This is gonna work. And like it was, I remember because obviously when I was younger, I was surrounded by boys, so they were playing games. That was the only thing I didn't catch on to.
Yeah.
Growing up surrounded by boys. Yeah. But I knew that's how they got away with it.
Yeah.
Because the guys that I was with after school all the time, I knew they played games they weren't supposed to because they got it from their dad.
Yeah.
But their mum never knew about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. Now I'm like, look, that wouldn't have worked if your parents were together,
true.
would it?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be
some of you lot got some good growing up memories because of that.
Because seriously, because of the breakup, the memories are there.
You were able to play online with me because your parents were separated. Remember that.
Do you know, just so funny, when I think about, because I never played games, so I didn't have that restriction, but my mum wouldn't let me watch things that were adult TV.
Right,
solely.
yeah. No, I hear that.
But I went to my dad's house on weekends and watched the Hallmark, the Hallmark horror channel. Did you ever see that? It was I can't. It wasn't like
Was that on
Sky or
Sky?
anything.
Oh,
I don't know.
It
It
must
was
have been Freeview or something.
yeah. My dad had like this Freeview box, and I just used
Yeah.
to sit and watch the horror channel, like sit and watch it. But at home I could never. But my mum would never know that. Do you know what I
Do
mean?
you like horror movies like that?
No, but I had free control of the TV at my dad's house
Yeah.
because there was no one else there.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't even that I wanted to watch it.
It's just
I
because you
can.
could. Yeah.
So I've put it on. Do you know what I mean? And my mum had this thing. I'm not sure. She's gonna love this episode. My mum had this thing that she would never let me watch iRobot.
I remember you saying this.
And I have no idea why.
Jen,
Jenny, we don't get it.
why?
Yeah, I don't know what it was about iRobot, but I was not allowed to watch it. I don't even know what rating iRobot is. Is iRobot an 18 plus?
Let's see.
Because seriously, it's the one thing I remember her not letting me watch.
I don't
and I have
understand that
no
one.
idea why. And I feel like I've asked her, but I can't remember what she said. But I've watched iRobot now and I'm like, huh? like
this
'cause, like,
is what you stopped me?
For years, I thought it was what's the one with the zombies and Will Smith? What's that one?
I Am Legend.
Yeah. For years I thought it was that she was holding from me.
That one I can understand a little bit more.
But that's
if
what I
you're-
thought it was.
If you were scared of things
Yeah.
growing up.
But then I was like, iRobot. That is
iRobot is PG-13. That's crazy.
Right, Mum.
And it came out 2004, so we would have been
We were in year 4.
10, about 10 years old, roughly.
So too young. 13.
To be fair, I didn't watch iRobot for years later, but that's just because
Yeah.
we didn't go to the cinema for it. But
Yeah. My mum did not want me to watch that film. I don't know how long for. I don't know what. I don't know. That's the one thing I remember her not letting me watch.
But there's nothing in it.
Don't know, but my dad wouldn't let me watch it.
Sure.
Do you know why? Because my dad wouldn't even know what it was.
He would have been watching it with
Yeah,
you.
he would have been like, oh yeah, okay,
clot.
yeah. Or he would have
Yo,
watched
oh,
it and
this
fell
is Saskia.
asleep.
Saskia,
Yeah.
what is?
What's this? Yeah, and I'd be like, I don't know, Mum didn't let me watch it, so yeah. But yeah, like there's just I just couldn't imagine my life.
Yeah, I hear you. I do wonder what it'd be like if they were civil and together, but like a loving together, not just a civil
yeah.
together. I do wonder.
I think of it. I'm
Sounds
like,
kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds weird, but
Yeah, no, absolutely don't want that.
I don't
yeah.
think it would. Maybe it would have changed me.
I think
I don't
I definitely think my personality would be smaller.
Is it?
Because the way from what I know they were like,
Yeah.
and if that continued,
Yeah.
would have probably eventually shrunk me.
Do you reckon you would have been more girly rather than more Saskia tomboyish?
No.
No? Oh.
I feel like actually
Because I feel
possibly.
like yeah, you wouldn't have attended as much football.
Possibly. But I think my mum's the one that made me the tomboy, not my dad. So possibly, but also
You wouldn't. You might not have been doing
potentially.
as many clubs because you might have been doing more
Potentially.
family outings and stuff like that.
yeah, potentially then.
innit? Yeah.
And I feel like it probably would have come down to me doing less things for my mum eventually.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have had to be, in a sense, a male figure.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Subconsciously
Yeah.
in my house to like fix things.
Yeah.
And all those kinds. So potentially, yeah. Maybe.
Damn.
Maybe, yeah. Would I have liked that? Nah.
I don't think that suits
I
you.
don't think it would have gone well.
Nah.
It would have been, yeah, but which would also have sent me in a completely different
Yeah.
direction.
You might not even be a dancer.
I probably wouldn't have even gone to Capital City.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Which then I wouldn't have become a dancer
Yeah.
because it was because of school.
Yeah.
So like I would have probably ended up at convent.
Ooh. For those of you who don't know, that's an all-girls school.
It was our only all girls school in our
Yeah.
area.
And we had an all-boys school. Like,
Was it run by nuns or
10
was
minutes
that
down the
like a
road.
rumor?
I feel like there was some in
Or
there.
it became it was like way back when.
Maybe
a
because
nunnery.
it was a religious school.
Yeah.
And so was the boys' school. No.
Yeah.
Was it?
It should have been.
I do remember. I tried to go.
It's got
to,
a new name now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They all have new names. All of them.
Oh really?
Even the
Even
girls' school.
ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It was Cardinal Hinsley.
Yeah, that was the boys' school. Yeah. I remember I tried to go to Twyford. Remember Twyford?
Yeah, so did I.
But I wasn't religious enough. Damn, we should.
Yeah, me neither.
Spoke about that in the last episode.
Yeah, I didn't get in there either. Yeah, because my mom went to church. That's why she tried to get me in.
Yeah. I wasn't religious enough.
That one didn't work.
I do wonder what life would have been like if I went to Twyford.
Yeah.
Because they're very like focused.
Where was, I think I've asked you this before, but where was Capital on your like?
I think it was second. No, for me it was second. For my mum it was first.
Fair.
And she's the one that filled out the papers.
Facts. We had no choice.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I would have thought we would have come out very different if we didn't go there.
Yeah. Oh, if I went to Twyford, boy, I don't think.
If I went to Twyford and had both parents,
oh my God. I would have been a dweeb.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I also think if I had both of my specific parents growing up, I would have been a rebel at some point.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Saskia would have been one of them light skinned
My
just causing
dad would have been hella strict. You know what I mean? And my mum's strict anyway.
Yeah.
There was, I would have rebelled against something.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I didn't need to.
I wish there was a way.
We could see it.
Yeah. Like one day, like an interstellar type of thing needs to happen in life where we could just go into a pod and we can see what life is like in a different universe for us if certain events happen.
And then pick to swap.
No, I don't want to
swap. Yeah, no, crazy, right? I think it would be very... I don't know if I could watch it.
I could. I could. I'd be like, damn.
I would definitely want to know.
Unless I became like a pro athlete in one of them, like a professional football player, basketball player. I'm fuming.
Yeah.
I am fuming.
Yeah.
I'm coming out of there cussing both parents.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody's got to know. Look what you did. Look what you did to
I'm
me.
recording it. That's me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually interesting to know what it would be like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would, be very different.
Damn, man. Well, here we are anyway. You got us, frame of mind. So,
here we are. This is what you got. Too bad. You can't have
This is one of the frames.
This is
in another world, there's a different frame.
This is the one of the universes. Yeah. That's sticky though. That is so sticky. I would be so different.
Yeah.
Because mine's solely based on only child single parent household vibes. That's purely what I'm based about.
That made you.
That made
you. Yeah. I hear you. I'd have no drip.
Like when I
I'll tell you.
like when I was younger, I used to hide on the table when people sang happy birthday to me. That was when I had both parents. Now I got one. Well, no, I got two. But like, yeah, crazy.
Man, Saskia came a long way, boy.
Okay.
She's in movies and shit.
Growth.
Yeah, look.
Do you know what? It's so funny because my mum says that. She was like, what happened to the little girl that used to hide under the tables when people sang happy birthday?
Yeah, I hear you.
And I was like, I'm standing on top of the table waiting for you to sing.
She grew. Yeah, she grew.
Yeah, but that growth could have been so different.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of people should think about how, because I think as a parent, you don't as much as you're doing this for your child, do you really think about your child? What, like, because no one really looks as far as personality traits.
Yeah.
What they're gonna be like, what they're gonna take from it. You're just assuming they're gonna be happier with two parents.
It's true. It's true. And that's not always the case.
It's not always the case.
It is not.
I would have been vexed.
Still under the table.
Still for life. Probably. They're two personalities, they are.
Yeah.
Like, you have to separate them for me to come through. They would have just stayed there and I would just stay below.
Damn.
Yeah.
Saskia's growth arc is amazing. So I don't think mine's as profound and immense as hers.
I feel like you've always been you though.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like I've ever like been like, oh yeah, that like Kevin's changed.
I hear that.
Do you know what I mean? Like obviously we all change in life.
For sure, yeah.
But like I wouldn't say like very like different. Like your personality hasn't changed dramatically to be like you had a crisis. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
hear
you
you.
like
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Whereas I feel like mine changed.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So that's probably
100%.
why. I was Jaden Smith not too long ago.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
She was Jaden Smith and annoying.
And it was great. I loved it. I loved it. Yeah.
But
that's probably
yeah,
why.
that was a good little chunk of our
Yeah.
childhoods.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to that. Let us know as well. Do you agree if your parents, not your parents, but parents should stay together for the sake of their children, or should they just let it go and be peaceful?
Yeah.
But if they let go, do be peaceful. Don't let go and still be. Yeah, because
That one don't work.
they'll keep coming to the yard to argue with me, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna close the door.
God damn it.
I'm gonna close the door.
God, you again.
So,
Tell her, hey, Kevin Jr., go meet her at the
Kevin
corner.
Jr. If you ever.
No, I ain't doing that.
Thank you, because
I just can't think of a name right now.
I
but
would have to giggle every time I saw that child.
KJ. KJ's a clean nickname,
KJ's,
though.
that's cute.
Just saying, KJ, clean nickname.
KJ.
You feel me? But anyways, thank you for listening. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We appreciate it. At frameofmind.pod everywhere. Boom.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Again, thank you for listening. Saskia.
I found a hair on the mic.
Oh God.
Love us and leave us.